Well, I just left a small consignment shop. It's local in our town. And, folks, you're not going to believe this. Even I can't believe how this was. About 2 weeks ago, in the video, the last video I shot, I said this statement: I'm going to try to find the Planet of the Apes box set of the classic films. So, I said that when I showed off War of the Planet of the Apes. I said, I'm going to try to find the classic box set. Well, found it. I found the box set in this consignment shop, which I'll show in the video. I'm even stunned at this. I'm stunned that this happened 2 weeks after I said that. All 5 films in this are in this box set. Conquest, Dawn, all these films are in it. The Charlton Heston ones, everyone, they're all there. I blinked. I had to blink at seeing this. I was like, and the price. I paid $10 for all 5 for the box set, the Planet of the Apes box set. I'm gonna show it off. I'm still in a state of, I can't believe I said this 2 weeks ago, and I walk in this small consignment shop and there's the box set just sitting there at a price that I can actually get. And this is before work. Hey everybody, this is your friend ECW fan, and thanks for watching this video that's coming days after that little intro that I filmed, which I was very excited about, and I will show that DVD box set later in the video, which I'm very pumped about. And I'll go ahead and start showing some of the stuff off I picked up. And there's some good cool stuff in this, and come from flea markets, thrift shops, pawn shops, stuff like that over the last 2 or 3 weeks. And there's 2 items that I'm going to show that even I'm shocked that this lady had sold to me, because I would never pick them up. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with some movies first. And at the pawn shop, I found 4 good movies that I don't have. And one of the first ones is Elf, which I'm shocked I don't know. If anybody has not seen this, this is Will Ferrell's best movie. One of his best, I think. He plays Buddy the Elf, a human that was adopted by, as you can see, the elf family, led by Bob Newhart, who is just perfect. If you're not a fan of Bob Newhart, his deadpan humor is probably some of the best stuff. Watch Newhart. I'm hoping I can find that series one day. That whole series of Newhart. He's just so good with a town full of crazy people, and he tries to stay sane, and the whole town is just freaking crazy. But Elf is one of the funniest movies where he's so good-natured, Will Ferrell is, and I love the scene where he's like, the guy's like, Santa's coming, and Will Ferrell screams out, Santa's coming! Santa! I would have clipped that in if I was better with YouTube. I used to know a way you could clip scenes in. I would have put that in there screaming that. Now, moving on to an animated film that I'm shocked I didn't own either, was Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker. Back in the 2000s, they decided to do the Joker's Return, and I actually, for the Batman Beyond series, I think it was early 2000s when this came out, I was shocked I don't own this one. I was like, this is cheap enough, I'm going to go ahead and get it. If anybody remembers, Disney in the 2000s was seeing what Warner Brothers was doing with the Lord of the Rings trilogy of films. And that's quite an investment to do. Another studio tried it too. If anybody remembers, New Line tried it with the Golden Compass, and that was going to be a series of films, but they couldn't do it past the first one because some deal they did overseas where they gave their money away from overseas just to get the film done, killed it, and Warner Brothers wasn't happy with New Line, and I think folded them back in to the studio because they were irked at what New Line had done just to get the film done. But Disney decided to put out the Chronicles of Narnia series of books into movies. And the first one is one I've always been looking for. I've seen Prince Caspian, I believe, and I mean, didn't he make a third one to Dawn Treader? I don't know, but they was attempting to do the Chronicles of Narnia. And I like this, this is a nice full screen adaptation. It's got the bonus features. I think one of the big failures was when you have a child cast, they grow up quick. And the same held true with this. I don't think the original actors, the child actors that played in this, was in the other ones. I don't think. So, somebody that knows for sure that actually, somebody that want to watch this video, I'm not a popular YouTuber, so I don't know if they will or not. Don't really care because I just shoot these videos for fun. It's how I've always been. Go to places for fun, shoot these for fun. So, anyhow, speaking of fun, I think Eddie will dig this one that I found in the pawn shop. And he'll probably think, right on. It's the Re-Animator. It's H.P. Lovecraft's The Re-Animator. And I love classic 80s horror movies. And seeing this for cheap was one that I picked up. One of the greatest horror movies ever made. Okay. I've seen it on Tubi a couple times. And I like the Re-Animator. I like the movie. And I think they made another one. I can't think of it. I think it's Return of Re-Animator, I believe. Eddie would know for sure. But yeah, this one was kind of cool to find. And I was going to pick up Overboard, the 87 film with Kurt Russell. Well, I went to pick it up, and unfortunately for me, the disc was cracked. And I showed it to the man, and he's like, oh. He's like, I was going to pick it up because he had marked these down so cheap. I was like, because I don't like paying over $1 or $2 for DVDs. He was just trying to get rid of them. They had so many, and I like Overboard. I know it's silly to like a Kurt Russell movie like that, but I've got a few of his, and that was one of the 80s classics with Goldie Hawn, who looks fine in that movie. I'm gonna get to games now, and one of the first series of games, I'm going to go in order up the list here, game-wise, before we get to the box set. I picked up some PlayStation 1 games, which is rare for me. It's rare for the fact that I'm very hard on these discs. PlayStation 2 discs, I'm very hard on. Plus, it's got to be a games that really just are so cheap that, it's crazy to pass up on that. It's crazy. And I stopped in a thrift shop, and the guy, he's very particular on testing out the games because he won't put anything out. He told me, he said, I test everything out. And he told me about a bunch of games he can't put out because he couldn't get them to work with some PlayStation 2 games. I'm very interested to see what he got. But these are the ones that he's tested. And at the end of this PlayStation 1, you'll be very like, wow. Because it's shocking. I picked up Jam Pack, Underground Jam Pack 2000. Winter 2000. And it has Spyro the Dragon. You're the Dragon, Spider-Man, Crash and Burn, and Cool Borders as demos. They have some cool demos. And I like these demo discs because they used to have these for the PlayStation 1 and 2. And I have a bunch of the Jam Packs. And I'm like, this is kind of cool. This is really cool to play. Now, this one was kind of cool. And don't pay attention to it. I didn't pay the price for this one. You'll see it. But here it is, Tomb Raider 2, starring Lara Croft. And this one is really nice. And this is the PlayStation Hits, greatest hits. And they actually have demos of Legacy of Khan, Soul Reaver, Gex. Here comes the Gecko, Gex 3. And Tomb Raider 3 is demos on this disc. That's just weird, ain't it? But yeah, this is in perfect shape. And yeah, I didn't pay that price for this. Like I said, it's got to be insane for me to pass on not picking it up. Tomb Raider 2. Yeah, that's these are the first PlayStation 1 games I picked up since. It's got to be years. It's got to be years. But the last one, oh man, I was like, really? This one's there, and the discs are in great immaculate shape. It's Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2. Yeah, I'm very happy with this one. 2 disc set. Both discs are there. Now, the only thing about this one is it doesn't have the manual. Now, maybe I could find somebody on eBay selling the manual to Resident Evil 2 if it's cheap enough, and put the manual in this, and I'll have a complete copy. So that could be kind of cool. Maybe I'll do that. I don't use eBay or Amazon anymore. And game-wise, now, this shocked me. But over the last 2 to 3 weeks, I picked up a huge number of PlayStation 2 games, which I never really imagined I would. I was like, and like I said, it has to be insane price, like that lower Croft, for me to pick these up. And because I don't, and it's got to be something pop culture related. I like pop culture, like the Dukes of Hazzard game I got from Jason months ago. It's got to be something fun and silly. But I decided to dip my feet into the PlayStation 2 thing, and this is my biggest haul since I think 2016, where that lady gave me about, I think was it 10 or 15 PlayStation 2 games, I believe. The haul was so long ago. But this game has never been opened, by the way. I went to open it to check this, and the seal is still on it. It is Carmen Sandiego, The Secret of the Stolen Drums. I don't have a Carmen Sandiego game, and I used to love that series. Spin it, Rockapella. I used to love that series on PBS, and it surprised me. I saw a retrospective on it, and it only ran like 4 or 5 years, and it was so popular, they just ended it. They tried to spin off, but it didn't have the magic of the first one, and it really shocks me PBS would just end a series. You know, that's crazy. I would have just kept it going, you know. Kids loved it. It and Reading Rainbow and Square One were from my favorite PBS shows. Those bring back some memories. Let's get on. Oh, I don't want to talk about PBS. Make me think of the past. Now, speaking of the past, oh God. It's weird how these are not in order for me. I'm just pulling these up, but I got Arena Football. Now, Arena Football, I think, is gone now. I don't think it's around. I know the league had financial issues, but the Arena Football League was around from the 80s into the 2000s and mid-2010s. The most noteworthy player to come from the Arena Football League was Kurt Warner. And this is a football lesson. Kurt Warner is one of the best players to come from it. And if you haven't watched the Arena Football League, basically it was a smaller indoor arena with walls, and you would have to pass 99% of the time. It was a passing league. It was I think 7-on-7, I believe. I think it was. Don't hold me to it. But you had to pass 99% of the time. And that's how Kurt Warner says he became a good quarterback, because you have to make quick decisions. It was like rapid fire. You have to go quick. You have to really be on aim and target to compete in that league. But yeah, I think there's another 2 or 3 games for the Arena Football League, which I'll try to hunt. I just like history, stuff like that. Speaking of history, I put one game back. I kind of wish I picked it up because it looked kind of unique. I might pick that up next time. Speaking of silly games I really should have put back and got that game was this one. It was Motocross Mania 3, and it just looks really silly and stupid. The character looks like something from Grand Theft Auto, which was really why I picked it up. It was so cheap, insane, crazy cheap. I was like, okay, I'm doing this. I'm picking this up. Don't ask me what's in the game. Moving on, and this is another Tomb Raider Anniversary. Yeah, Laura Croft, baby. I've got a few of these Tomb Raider games, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I picked it up, and like I said, I checked all these discs. They're in great shape. Another game I picked up, and this will be from my comic book related audience that if they do watch this video, it's basically Justice League Heroes. I saw this, and I was like, I've never seen this game before. I didn't even know there was a Justice League PlayStation 2 game now. And look at the cast on the back of it. It's got the Justice League, some of the classic Justice League members. It's got Green Arrow. It's got Green Arrow. It's got Zatanna. It's got the Martian Manhunter. Yeah, sorry. It's got that glare lying to me. But, yeah. And with Zatanna, there's rumors that Zatanna is going to get a CW show. So, they're bringing her to the CW network. So that's kind of got me excited, I'm like, this looks kind of unique. The CW, they're doing the Justice League Heroes. I've never seen this game. The art on it looks kind of unique. Look at Superman holding up a taxi. And there's Batman and Superman on the front cover looking badass as usual. Just look at that. Then below it, you got the Justice League. But you don't have Green Arrow. I mean, come on. Where's Green Arrow at? Moving on, I got another jam pack. And this one has 10 new games, 10 hot games as playable demos. You've got Shadow of the Colossus, Sly Cooper 3, Honor Among Thieves, Jack X, Ratchet Deadlocked, Castlevania Curse of Darkness, which I picked up this jam pack for. And, like I said, I like these little demos they used to do. And I've got a few of these. Now, this one didn't have a case. The guy hunted me down a case because it was... At first, he's going to put it in like one of those little bags that GameStop has. And I was like, I don't know. I don't like to carry stuff like that. And he's like, let me hunt you down a case. So he found me one in the back. And it's Simon Filter Dark Mirror. I've never played this series. And like I said, it was insane priced. I wouldn't have got these games if they wasn't. I picked up Dark Angel, Vampire Apocalypse. I like that cover. I picked it up for the cover. The cover basically sold me on that. I like that her carrying the sword. That's a kind of cool, badass sword. I picked up... Now, I saw this and I like Star Wars stuff. And this brought back some cool stuff. And with LucasArts gone now, it's Star Wars Bounty Hunter with Boba Fett. And you see clips of him in the shooting. So I was like, I'm going to pick it up. I've never seen it before. Like I said, I don't really collect for the PlayStation 2. This is the biggest haul in years for me. Now, one game that I've really gotten into for the PlayStation Now and for the free was Ratchet and Clank. The newest game for the 2015 or 2016 PlayStation gave for free to stay at home initiative, or play at home as they call it. So I got into it. I was like, man, this game is really good. These Ratchet and Clank games, someone will get some more of them. So I'm playing the one on the PlayStation Now. I think it's called a Rift in Time, Crack in Time. So I'm sitting there and I'm in the shop and I see the first original Ratchet and Clank game, which I pick up. Ratchet and Clank. Oh yeah, this is in great shape. Now, like I said, I love pop culture stuff, and I've never played this one before, but something tells me I have to pick up an Alien game. Alien Trilogy. Look at that cover. That cover looks freaking bad. But yeah, the only thing bad about it is it doesn't have the case. It doesn't have the game door. But hey, I like the back cover of it. I mean, look at the back cover. The back cover shows shooting. It's just like a shooter game. I ain't never played it. Probably if it sucks, I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm a big PlayStation 2 guy. I just picked this up for the fun of the covers. And finally, the last one I picked up, which I didn't realize was a little bit of a pricey game because I got it for basically nothing. The guy was getting rid of it. It's in great shape. It's got the manual and everything. It's Mortal Kombat Deception. And I believe the AVGN, Angry Video Game Nerd, played this one. I believe this is the one that he hated so bad. But I have a thing about picking up terrible games at times. And I'm not really a big Mortal Kombat guy. And I saw it and I was like, yeah, we'll go ahead and pick that up if it's crazy priced. And it was. But that's the end of the PlayStation 2 haul. maybe in 3 or 4 years, I'll pick up another big haul PlayStation 2 game. Who knows? Or I might pick that one up I saw. I kind of think I should have picked it up. You think back about it and you're like, oh man, why did I pass it? Why? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and jump to that DVD set before we go into more of the games I'm going to show off. But yeah, as you can tell, I was very excited about this one. I was like, holy crap, that's the first time that's ever happened. Like so many weeks later, like I say in the video, one day I'm going to get that box set, and all of a sudden, I'm in a thrift shop or a consignment shop, and this lady has it priced for $10. The whole box set of Planet of the Apes: The Legacy Collection. Planet of the Apes. This has all 5 movies, which I'm going to watch tomorrow. I'm going to watch the first one with Charlton Heston. Started off right. You start off with Charlton Heston. Get your hands off me, you pretty ape. Then you go into the next one. By Conquest, I had zoned out because I don't really remember the last 2 or 3 movies they done. I just know the first 2, really. But the behind the scenes is going to be kind of cool. It's going to look at all the movies. This really reminds me of my Nightmare on Elm Street box set, which is a great companion piece in a way because it has all the movies in a special edition disc. So there's more, and it shocked me when I found out a yard sale this lady was having. But before that, I picked up some PlayStation 3 games at a pawn shop. And one of the games I've been seeing a lot, and the discs are just, every time I pick up these discs, the discs are in bad shape. I don't know what it is. There's 2 games that I can't get that's got good discs. It's Condemned 2, and it's John Woo's Stranglehold. Presents Stranglehold. Well, until today. Or 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I walked into a pawn shop, and there was Stranglehold. It had 2 different games of it. Pick up the first disc, terrible shape. I'm like, crap. I mean, every time I was like, what is it with this game? Why can't I find a good disc game of this? So all of a sudden, I see this weird box, and I'm like, okay, we'll give it one more shot. Let's see if this one looks good. I open it up, check the disc, and I almost had like a eureka moment. I was like, oh my god, the disc is in great shape. It's in shape enough that I'm going to get. I have no clue if this game's good or not because it's in this weird deal, but it's for the collection. And that could have made my day too, but so moving on, they had some other games there, and it's always pays for me to go into these places and check because I'm trying to build my PlayStation 3 collection and get so many games for it that I need. This one was Medal of Honor Airborne. I had never seen this one. Heroes jump, enemies fall, and I was like, that's kind of cool. And it being after Memorial Day, I think it was kind of nice to find these. The only thing is it doesn't have the manual. But again, it's for the PlayStation 3 collection. Now this will probably be the last war game I picked up. For years I've been walking into GameStops, and I would see this priced above a level that I would pay for it. And it was Call of Duty World at War. Now the disc is in loose shape in it, but the disc is imperfect. It's perfect. I mean, the case has a little broken spot where the disc gets loose, but inside, the disc is in perfect shape, and it's got the manual. So I was like, okay, this is marked down finally low enough at a pawn shop I can pick it up. So it's one of the Call of Duty games I needed. Now, moving from war games, I actually picked up a fighting game, like that Mortal Kombat, but I think that's more of a straight-ahead fighter instead of the normal fighting game. But I picked up Tekken 6, and I'm not big into fighting games, but I saw this one marked so low, I was like, I'm going to get it. It's insanely priced too, just to get rid of, and the guy even, he cut it down just to get rid of it. But I'm not a big Tekken fan. I think the last Tekken game I played was with my friends Mark and Adam. So yeah, I think that was Tekken 3 or 4. I tell you what, it's been years. And we played it and SmackDown all the time on the PlayStation 2 and Final Fantasy. Me and Mark would. So Tekken 6, I picked it up. I was like, yeah, let me get this PlayStation 3 collection almost done. Now, this one is one that this guy at the pawn shop, he was so excited about. He would get me and he'd like, dude, you need to pick this up. You need to pick this up. It's a great game. It's you'll love it. And he's describing scenes in the game to me, and it's really nice to see somebody excited about a game. And I can tell he's played it because, like I said, he's describing certain things I like in the game. And he said, if I had my PlayStation 3 again, he said, I'd get it. And he's like, it's called Dark Void. Dark Void. Never had played it, but I picked it up. They had marked it way down just to, and they had original price on it, and I think it was wrong. And he's like, "No, dude, that price ain't right." And he's like, and they marked it way down, which I thanked him for. And now this other PlayStation 3 game, don't laugh. Even I'm shocked because I actually enjoy this one on PlayStation now. It's Adventure Time. This is called the Finn and Jake Investigations. I don't know how many of these games they made, but the one I'm playing on PlayStation now is about pirates. And it's a weird RPG. It's really fun to play. I've never seen this show, so it's silly and goofy, and I like some goofy stuff. And I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up because these adaptions of games and movies and stuff is getting very harder to find. Now, that wasn't the only PlayStation 3 thing I picked up. And this shocks me because I was going to buy a yard sale, and I saw these sets sitting out. And at first I thought it was Lego Worlds. And I was like, if that's marked down cheap enough, I'll pick it up. But it wasn't. And if you've watched this channel, 2016, 2017, I go by this flea market and I pick up these Disney Infinity stuff. The guy had a booklet thing, which I still have, and something else, and I still have it. And I've got the poster. Yeah, I got the poster up in my room. And it's a cool poster. And I still got the booklet thing with all the objects to go into the deck. So I went to GameStop, and they sold me a deck. And I said, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it and see how it plays. Well, the deck didn't work. And he was going to give me another one. I was like, nah, just give me the money back. It's too big of an investment. Just for $1. So I'm sitting there, and I stopped by, and she has Disney Infinity 3.0 with Star Wars. This was kind of cool. It's never been opened. There's the tape on it. The tape sealed, still sealed. And she's telling me, she said she had bought this for her nephew, and he did not like this Infinity stuff. And I was like, okay. It's cool. As long as it's not been opened, I'll buy it. And I was like, I wonder how much she wants for it. I said, if it's the same price, I'm not going to get it. I don't need it. I said, I'd like to get it if it's cheap enough for a display item. And she's like, $2. I was like, sold. So she has something else there. She had one of the Xbox 360 like this. And I was like, I don't really like that. I've got it for the PlayStation 3. I don't really need the same thing for the Xbox 360. So she had something for the Wii U, and she had this set, Skylanders, which I've never played, which I'll probably trade to Larry. I think it's nice. I mean, never been opened. There's the seal. There's the tape seal right there, the official tape seal. I thought about opening it, and seeing, but I'll check it out and see. But yeah, so I was like, would you do 3 for these two? And she's like, no, I gotta have $2 a piece. And I was like, what the hell? So let me go ahead and go for it. So I picked up both these, which, like I said, I could probably trade this to Larry. He's big into stuff like this. I think he'll and like I said, it's only a $2 investment. I'll keep the PlayStation 3 one because I collect for the system, and it's kind of cool as a display piece for on my shelf. So that's kind of cool for that. So the final thing I picked up, and this is it, just went in the haul, this long video, is this PlayStation 4 game I got at the flea market. It's Aladdin and the Lion King for PlayStation 4, and the guy was trying to get rid of it. I was like, that's 2 games. I've never played them. It's really cheap. It's really crazy cheap. Why not? 16-bit classics. I always heard some of these games are hard. I don't know. I've never played the Aladdin or the Lion King, so I haven't thought about it. But that's it. That's the last 2 or 3 weeks of what I picked up. And I'm so really impressed with this thing. And I was like, man, this is kind of cool. This is going to really be good on my shelf. This Disney Infinity thing for the PlayStation 3. Like I said, Disney's dropped the Infinity stuff. They don't do it no more, but this was the last wave, and I was like, well, pick it up. I got the deck, and it probably comes with the poster too. It probably does. It comes with one web code card, 3 try to play piece, the figures, Anakin Skywalker. Yeah, it comes with the game, so it's probably. I bet you it comes with the poster too. So this is kind of cool. You can play the 2.0 figures, which I have. I think I probably have them in that thing in 3.0, so it's kind of cool. But in all, I thank you for watching this video. Hope you like and subscribe, and until next time, just keep on playing.